Hey guys, we're with Bob Swanson from prairiewhitepipes.com. Bob, you want to tell us a little bit about how you develop your pipes and what you like about them?
Sure.
You need to speak up a little bit too.
Pardon?
You need to speak up a little bit, the noise in here.
Well, first of all, I should say I've been smoking a pipe for 50 years and been making pipes for about 35 years, 40 years. And the way I developed my name is from my grandfather, Perry White. But to talk about what I feel is good in building a pipe and making a pipe, first of all, the most important thing I believe to look at is the bowl. That's where your tobacco goes. That's where you're using most of what you're using in the pipe. And the walls of the bowl I believe should be no less than 5/16 wide. Okay.
Good.
That would be the minimum. The other thing that's important in the bowl is there's different types of bowls. There's an English bowl, which is rounded bottom. There's a tapered bowl, and tapered bowl probably goes better with Virginia tobaccos. English bowl goes better with English style pipes, English style tobacco. The other thing that's important is that your draft hole is a wider draft hole. There's some that are narrow, but 5/32 would be at least what it should be. 11/64 is a little bit better draft hole, and that's an opened up pipe when you have your draft hole that wide. Draft hole should come in at the very bottom of the bowl and dead center. If your draft hole is off in the bowl, you should be looking at the bowl before you buy the pipe. If the draft hole is off, your tobacco is going to burn wrong. You can burn the bowl out with it. You can screw up your taste of your tobacco because it gets wetter, and it's just a lot of bad things. The next thing would be the bit. The bit should have a nice long tenon. It really doesn't matter. There's a fallacy going on out there that the tenon has to be right next to the draft hole. I'm not a believer in that. It just has to be a nicer, longer tenon. It should fit fairly snug. When you take the tenon off or the bit off, you turn it like a screw. Turn it only one way. Don't crank on it. Turn it one way. The thing about a bit should be that the bit is open at the back end, and you should look at that also before you buy the pipe. It should be a slot back there, and it should be very open and wide. And your tenon, if you're talking to the pipe maker that built the pipe for you, find out if they pay attention to what they're doing in
Good morning, everybody.
And tapering.
It's 10 o'clock, and we're going to open to the public.
All right, good.
And tapering that tenon with tapered drills, and the tenon and the bit itself inside. I'm talking about the draft inside the bit. So those would be the most important things that I would say about learning to smoke a pipe. The other thing is, and this is extremely important, you have to have a pipe that is aged. The wood must be aged. It can't be new wood. And that's a big mistake, especially that newer pipe makers make. You know, the pipe's nice and pretty, but if it's nice and pretty and it isn't aged wood, it's not going to smoke good for you.
So Bob, show us your favorite piece and why you like it.
My favorite piece here, I guess right now, would be this one. This is a very large pipe, obviously, but it's modeled after a large Sheraton, which I'm a Sheraton collector. So it's modeled after this pipe. It's one of my favorite pipes because I know it's going to smoke well. It's got really nice straight grain. It's got natural plateau on the top. Got a accented ridge going down it, and got my white ring logo on it. So, but it's too big for some people. I do have smaller pipes. This is a contrast grain pipe. It's got a gold nugget ring in it, and very nice billiard. So those would be my two favorites on the table.
All right, great, Bob. We appreciate your time, and again, you can see Bob's stuff at prairiewhitepipes.com.
Thank you,
Bob.